Hi, I'm Riverboat Ronnie. Welcome to my podcast, The End of Voyage. Today's episode is Stand Up for What's Right. Seems like these days, every time I look on social media, on TV, there's somebody uh, getting jumped by a group of people, or maybe a car catches on fire, or whatever the situation may be. Everybody is quick to just stand there, take out their cell phone, and record it. And that's not doing what's right. We should be helping each other out there. Um, it reminds me of this one time I was on my way to work. I was by myself and I was stopped with train tracks. There was 5 or 6 other construction vehicles stuck at the tracks with me. And there was a woman on the sidewalk with 2 little kids. And there was a homeless man there that was clearly on a lot of drugs. And this woman was sitting there clutching on to her 2 little kids. The kids are crying, and this homeless man, he was just in a rage, out of control, screaming, yelling. And I'm by myself. I didn't have my gun with me that day. I always have a gun on me for protection. Didn't have it that day. And I'm looking around me. I'm saying, well, somebody's going to jump out of the truck. Someone's going to do something. It's all groups of construction workers. They're all big men, tatted up, 3, 4, 5 of them in all the trucks. And everybody's just standing there watching. And I just couldn't believe my eyes that nobody was going to help this woman. And this guy was a lot bigger than me. And I didn't know it was going to happen. But after a couple of seconds of this, I said, I gotta stand up for this woman. I gotta do the right thing. And, I said to God, I was like, I don't know what's going to happen here, but, you know, this is something I got to do. And, I opened my car door and I stepped out, and as soon as I got out of the truck, he didn't even see me. He finally, something else caused attention, and he ran away. And, I was just hoping that, if I got out of the truck to do something, I would like to think that these guys would have, got out of their cars and had my back. But, it seems like these days, doing the right thing seems like you're going against the grain. Um, because nobody's doing the right thing these days. By the way, it's a great song by Garth Brooks, "Against the Grain." But we need to do a lot better. I don't know what happened, why everybody's out for themselves, and nobody wants to stand up for what's right anymore. And you know what? It's a hard thing to do. To put yourself out there. If there's 100 people standing around, and there's something going on that's wrong, and you're looking around and everybody's just standing there, and you know in your heart that you should help this person, or be involved in the situation. um it takes a lot of guts to be the only one that stands up and does what's right. But you know what, at the end of the day, uh you'll sleep a lot better at night. You really will, doing the right thing. And if these people, they got something to say, if you say something in the situation, do you really care what these people think about you? If you know what's right in your heart, then that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, the only person that could judge you is God. And it's the right thing to do. We got to be better at this. We really do. And trust me, you will feel better about yourself. You really will. Jesus loves you. Have a good day.